By night 3, she knew something was wrong. By night 9, she had proof. She just didn't know yet that leaving wouldn't be enough. The house on Aldrich Street had been empty for 11 years. That's what the listing said. But the kitchen light was already on when she arrived. And nobody had a key. Nobody living, anyway. The first night knocking. 3 slow hits, inside the wall behind her head. She told herself, pipes. Old houses have pipes. Second night, same wall, same time. But this time, the knocking wasn't random. It had pauses, structure, pattern. Too deliberate to be mechanical. Too patient to be accidental. She started recording everything. On night 9, 4 hours of silence. And then, at the 4:13 mark, a child's laugh. Short, delighted, like a game had just been won. She left the next morning, 4 hours without stopping. She was unpacking at her sister's when the phone came out. The house was already relisted. 2 hours after she'd left, her boxes still in the corner. Her blanket still on the floor. The photo had been taken from inside the house. And at the edge of the frame, something small was standing in the hallway. Still, watching. The house is still listed. Someone new moved in last spring. I don't know if they've heard the knocking yet. By night 3, she knew something was wrong. By night 9, she had proof. She just didn't know yet that leaving wouldn't be enough. Her name is Dana. She was 31, recently separated, and starting over when she found the listing. The house on Aldrich Street. Cheapest rental in a 40-mile radius. She moved in on a Thursday in October. By Friday, she was already questioning it. The house had been empty for 11 years. That's what the landlord said. That's what the listing said. But the kitchen light was already on when she arrived. And nobody had a key. Nobody living, anyway. The movers left before dark. She ate cereal over the sink and told herself this was fine. That this was good, actually. She almost believed it. The first noise came at 11:47 p.m. She knows the exact time because she was still awake, lying on a mattress on the floor, staring at the ceiling. Her phone was face up beside her. 3 slow knocks, not on a door, on the inside of the wall, behind her head. Old houses have pipes, she told herself. Old pipes make sounds. She almost believed it, right up until the second night, when the knocking came again at the exact same time. Same wall, same rhythm, but this time the pauses were different. Structured, patient, too deliberate to be mechanical, too aware to be accidental. She didn't sleep that night at all, but the knocking wasn't the part that changed everything. She found the photograph on day 4, behind a loose baseboard in the hallway, pressed flat. Deliberate the way you hide something you don't want found, but can't bring yourself to destroy. It was a family portrait. Mother, father, 2 children. Formal, posed. Dated on the back, 1987. She would have thought nothing of it, except one of the children was looking directly at the camera, with Dana's eyes, her exact eyes, the shape, the color. The slight asymmetry in the left one, the details she'd been self-conscious about her whole life. Dana had never been to this house before in her life, but someone in that photograph had her face. She spent 2 days at the county records office, deed transfers, property filings, old news archives. The family was the Harlows. They had owned the house from 1979 to 1991. Father Gerald, Mother Ruth, 2 daughters. The older daughter was named Clara. The younger one had no name on any record, no birth certificate, no school enrollment, no death certificate. Just absence, like she had been deliberately removed from everything official. Dana went further. She found an article from October 1991. Short, almost buried the kind of item a paper runs once and never follows up on. A family on Aldrich Street had reported a missing child. The investigation was closed 4 months later, inconclusive. The child was described as female, approximately 8 years old, dark hair, unusual eyes, slight asymmetry in the left one. Dana sat in her car in the library parking lot for a long time. That wasn't the detail that scared her most. What scared her was what she found when she went back to the house that night. She checked every room, every closet, every crawl space she could reach. Nothing. Just dust and old insulation and the particular smell of a house that has held too many years of other people's lives. She was in the hallway when she heard it. Not the knocking this time. A voice, saying her name. She had never told the house her name. She called her sister. Her sister told her she was exhausted and overwhelmed and that old houses make sounds. She called the landlord. He laughed. He said she wasn't the first tenant to complain about the pipes. She asked him about the Harlow family. There was a long pause. He said he didn't know that name. She asked him to say it again. He did, flatter this time. Rehearsed. She started recording everything. Every night, phone face down on the floor near the wall, running while she slept in the living room. On the 9th night, she reviewed 6 hours of audio. 4 hours of nothing. At the 4:13 mark, the knocking started. Slow, then faster, then stopped. Then a voice. Not Dana's name this time. A different name. Spoken softly. 3 times. Clara. And then just before the recording cut out something Dana has never been able to unhear. A child's laugh. Short. Delighted. Like a game had just been won. She moved out the next morning. She took the photograph. She left everything else. She drove 4 hours without stopping. She thought it was over. It wasn't. She was unpacking at her sister's when her sister walked in pale, holding a phone. The house was already back on the rental market. Posted 2 hours after Dana had left. The listing photo showed the living room. Dana's boxes still in the corner. Her blankets still on the floor. The photo had been taken from inside the house. And at the edge of the frame, just barely visible in the hallway, something small was standing in the dark. Still. Watching. Here is the part that took Dana 3 more months to find. The part that means this wasn't random, and wasn't new, and didn't start with her. Dana reported everything to the county sheriff's office. Submitted the audio, the photograph, the listing screenshot. The deputy who took her statement was polite, patient. She never heard back. 3 months later, she found the deputy's name in a public report. He had filed a welfare check at the Aldrich Street address after a noise complaint from a neighbor. The house was empty. No furniture. No boxes. Clean, like it had just been painted. But the deputy noted one thing. In the master bedroom on the wall directly behind where the mattress would have been, there were 3 small handprints pressed into the drywall. Not drawn. Not painted. Pressed through. From the other side, the prints were a child's size, and the drywall around them had been repaired. Recently. But when the deputy looked closer, the layers of spackle went back years. Every tenant, every time. Repaired so the next person wouldn't see, wouldn't know what they were sleeping against. Someone has been maintaining that wall for years. Keeping it clean. Keeping it normal. Making sure every new tenant lies down against it before they know what's on the other side. And they keep coming back to fix it. Which means whatever is pushing through it keeps coming back too. One question. You move into that house. First night, 3 knocks from inside the wall, right behind your head. Do you stay or do you leave? Yes or no? Leave your answer below. The most unsettling ones get pinned. The house was relisted last spring. Someone new is living there now. I don't know if they've heard the knocking yet, but they will. The next case involves a family that didn't leave. They disappeared instead. The only evidence was a single voicemail recorded the night they vanished, and whoever left it was calling from inside the house. That one is next.